Now let's get into the latest. A lot of people are feeling like something major could happen this week. There's been a buzz for days, and while nothing's guaranteed, there are signals worth paying attention to. Some of my bond contacts, trusted individuals I've been tracking for a while, had appointments last night. If it turns out they actually received dollars during those meetings, that could be a major indicator that we're getting close. Based on that kind of activity, the weekend looks like a likely window if things are truly moving behind the scenes. There's also major geopolitical news shaking things up. Iran-backed militias in Iraq are reportedly preparing to disarm following recent threats from former President Trump. That's not just a headline, it's a massive development. We've been waiting on this kind of breakthrough for nearly a decade. These militias first entered Iraq in 2014 to fight ISIS, and their presence has been a constant point of tension ever since. So seeing movement toward disarmament? That's incredibly encouraging, and could signal that larger stabilizing forces are at work in the region. In other significant news, it seems that justice involving Nouri al-Maliki might be coming a lot sooner than many thought. While details are still emerging, this kind of headline could mark a turning point for accountability and reform in Iraq's political landscape. When stories like these surface, it's hard not to feel like we're on the edge of something big. Meanwhile, the economic relationship between Iraq and the United States is strengthening. Just this past Monday, a large U.S. delegation arrived in Iraq. In fact, it's the biggest American trade mission to the country yet, with representatives from 60 companies across various industries. They weren't just there to visit. They signed multiple important agreements. Some of these deals were even attended by Iraq's Prime Minister, in coordination with the U.S. Treasury Department. These kinds of agreements don't just happen overnight. They take months of planning and negotiation, which means we're seeing the results of long-term strategy playing out right now. On top of all this, we need to talk about what's happening with Iraq's banking system. There's a quiet revolution happening in the background, and it's something that deserves your full attention. Iraq is beginning to implement new reforms in the banking sector, reforms that are aligned with global trends and potentially transformative for the country's economy. It might feel like something far off or too technical to matter in daily life, but this is happening right now, and the impacts could be massive. Iraq, a country not typically known for its financial innovation, is stepping into the future with its plans for a digital dinar. Yes, a digital version of their currency. It's not just talk, it's part of a broader movement happening worldwide. Countries like China and members of the European Union have already launched or are testing their own digital currencies, and now Iraq is joining that wave. The idea is simple. Digital currencies offer faster, cheaper, and more efficient transactions. They can reduce costs, cut down on corruption, and dramatically increase access to financial services. This modernization isn't just about making banking faster. It's about changing who banking serves. In Iraq, many people still don't have access to traditional banking. Whether due to geography, instability, or outdated infrastructure, millions are financially excluded. But with mobile technology and digital currency, those same people could suddenly have access to savings, loans, and secure payments. The digital dinar could mean financial inclusion for families who have never had a bank account. It's not just innovation, it's progress. At the center of this push is Iraq's central bank, led by Governor Ali al-Maliki. He's been very vocal about the importance of digital currency and how central banks worldwide are moving toward digitization. He sees this as an opportunity for Iraq to modernize, integrate more with the global economy, and offer services that help stabilize the local market. Think about what this could mean for cross-border payments. Imagine transferring money from Iraq to another country in just seconds instead of waiting days. That's a dream for businesses and individuals alike, especially in a world that relies more and more on international trade. The potential here is real, and it's something we should all be watching closely. Of course, this kind of change doesn't come without challenges. There are serious questions to address. Is the digital infrastructure strong enough? Are there regulations in place to keep up with technological change? What about privacy and cybersecurity? These aren't small concerns, and they'll need to be handled carefully. But what sets Iraq apart right now is the willingness to take these steps. That courage to change, to modernize, to try something new, that's what makes all of this so promising. Now think about how this might affect you personally. If you're a business owner in Iraq, faster international payments could revolutionize how you work with clients and partners. If you're a consumer, you might soon benefit from faster, more reliable banking services. And if you're watching currency movements, now is the time to stay extra informed. Let's talk about exchange rates for a minute. They can shift in the blink of an eye, and recently the dinar has seen some interesting fluctuations. For those paying attention, this opens up both opportunities and risks. The value of a currency like the dinar is influenced by everything from government policy to global events, and even a single news story can push things in one direction or another. Financial analysts have been watching these trends closely, and many are predicting changes in the dinar's exchange rate based on recent economic indicators. If you're planning a trip, for example, exchanging your money at the right time could get you significantly more value. If you're an investor, this could be a moment to think about positioning, whether to buy, sell, or hold. Just be aware that currency markets are volatile, and you need the right knowledge to navigate them wisely. Staying informed is your best defense. Use tools like real-time currency tracking apps, follow reputable financial news sources, and listen to experts who understand the trends. These resources can help you make smart decisions as things continue to shift. And I'd love to hear from you. What do you think about all this? Do you see the digital dinar as a positive step forward? Have you noticed any recent changes in exchange rates? Maybe you've got a story about a business deal or travel plans affected by these shifts. Whatever it is, drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's get a conversation going. Finally, remember, these changes affect more than just headlines. If you're a business dealing with imports or exports, exchange rate shifts can impact your bottom line. And even everyday consumers will feel it, whether through the price of imported goods or the cost of sending money abroad. So keep an eye on the dinar. Pay attention to what's happening in the banking sector. These developments might feel distant, but they're already shaping the future. The digital dinar could just be the beginning of a much larger transformation. If you found this video helpful or thought-provoking, make sure to subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Share this with others who are keeping an eye on the financial world, and let's continue to grow this community together. Change is happening, and it's happening fast. Let's stay ready.